Welcome, welcome,
Yes,
welcome,
sir.
welcome one, welcome all.
My favorite time, one of my favorite times of the week.
Welcome, welcome to the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening to you. It's good to be back in the house.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, fellas. Good to be back. We may be -1 tonight, but we're gonna see how that goes. Y'all all give a shout out and prayer to brother Pierre Parker. Had some car issues, and hope that all is well and that things will work out well for him. That's all we're gonna say right now. I'm gonna keep his business private. But good evening, everyone. How y'all doing?
I want to say hi to Lisa Slade. Want to say hi to Margaret Nick. Welcome to the show.
Peace and love.
Hi to our brother and my little brother, now brother in crime, Mr. Kenny Adams. How you doing, brother?
Yeah. All good, all good.
Miss Walker, peace and love.
Roger Parker, there he is right there. Command Sergeant. What's up, brother?
God,
What's
you
up,
made it.
family?
Yeah, you
What's
see
up,
us now
family?
in the house.
Good, King Man. Good to see you.
Lisa Slade in the house tonight, y'all. Give it up to Lisa.
How you doing, Lisa? Kim Marie Walker in the house. How you doing, Kim?
The one and only, the most beautiful Miss Margaret Nick is in the building.
My girl, my girl.
Yes.
How you doing?
What's
Kim
going
Marie
on,
Walker's in
Margaret?
the building.
Margaret always here.
Kenny Adams is in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Wait until 11 a.m. to eat today. Almost killed me. Prayers.
Hey, but you made it.
Lisa, you did it, girl. You did it. You just
Made it.
y'all give it up for Lisa. She did it,
Give it
y'all.
up for
Give it up.
Lisa.
Give it up. Give it up.
Love.
That's what they'll do.
Big shout out to
Yeah,
Lisa.
you're doing well.
Hard in the
Hey,
paint
man,
today.
Sergeant May, let's give Lisa her props this morning today. Let's give her
Yeah, that's what
props.
I'm talking about. Good job. She knows she can drink water in between them, right?
Everybody give it
That
up for
water will
Lisa.
help.
Please give it up for Lisa.
Got Karen Beans in the building. How you doing, Karen? Your classmate in the building, Lodge.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kenny,
Go.
what's up, good brother?
What's up, Kenny?
Hey.
Lisa,
Kenny.
Kim Marie says she praying for Lisa. Oh man.
Lisa, you gotta drink that water while you waiting there, baby. You gotta drink that
Yeah,
water.
that's
It will
what-
help
that's
you out
what's
a
up.
lot.
That's it.
Hey,
Drink
guess who
that water
just
in,
joined us,
you got
man?
a lot.
Our girl just joined us, man.
Miss T.
Erica Nadine is in the house. How you doing,
Oh
Erica?
yeah.
Erica Nadine.
Lisa, Command Sergeant Major said drink some sparkling water next time when you're really going through that. It might get you through another hour or two.
Help you out.
Welcome
Help you
water.
out.
Erica Nadine, we
Lisa-
love you, girl. We love you. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
What an
put
awesome
that out
testimony
a while
last week. You know,
About that sparkling water. Wavy put that out a while ago about that sparkling water.
Karen, don't laugh, girl.
If you get hungry, call Wavy.
And that
You
sparkling
get
water.
hungry
What
out
you
there
talking
and
about?
you
That
thirsty,
sparkling
call
water.
Wavy.
That's what's up. That carbonated
What's
water.
up,
boy,
Kenny?
what you doing?
That's right.
Yes,
All
sir.
my people that's
Carbonated water.
fasting, if you get hungry, oh, I had water and black coffee with ginger and garlic. Okay, that's good.
Everybody said great
Yeah,
job.
that's it. That's it.
Everybody
Great
take a
job,
great
Lisa.
job, Lisa.
Great job. But if
Thank you,
anybody
man.
out
Great
there that's
job, Lisa.
fasting, you get hungry, call Quavy. And he'll talk you through it.
Matter of
He will
fact, I had
talk
somebody
you
text
through
me while I was at. I had somebody text me while I was at work today about fasting.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
he know all the tricks of the trade.
Oh,
He is the
man.
fast master. He is
Yes,
the
it is.
fast master.
Lisa,
And
you
the
got
army-
Erica, she said garden
Go
fried,
ahead.
air fried chicken and a garden salad. That sounds good, Erica.
Lisa, you got a lot of love. You got a lot of love. Help me.
Daggone plate.
All right, y'all, let's get this thing cranking.
Grandmaster
Let's
Flash.
go. Let's go. That's my
Yeah.
girl. Hey, call me later.
The Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show, the most infotainment show on the web. We do this every Tuesday night. Where they say, what Mark?
The healthiest new sex.
We got half of the firm on tonight. But Command Sergeant Major is going to hold it down. If Pierre can't make it, but y'all welcome the firm. Say, welcome firm. Welcome to the show.
Get up to the firm, baby.
So Roger, how you doing, brother? You got to hold it down. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. I hold it down for Cuz. He held it down for me last time.
I know.
We can't seem to get it right. One here, one
That's
not.
right. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, brother.
That's why it's the firm, brother. Y'all hold it down firm. You know what I'm saying? It's like 10 P.
I was on the road trying to get back last time. Quavy told me be safe, take my time.
All right.
Pierre out there smashing up cars, but we'll get it right.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna welcome the firm to the show. They come on every other week, y'all. Give it up for the firm. Give it up for the firm.
Want to say hello to Oscar Kid. Want to say hello to Lisa Slade, like you said earlier, to Erica Nadine, to Turning Heads, my girl Ronnie, and to Kimberly Walker, and to everybody else who's just hopping on right now. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
All right. Kenny said the firm ain't nothing but the truth, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, Kenny.
Go.
Thanks for the shout out, brother.
And that music, by the way, that you hear is was created by part of the firm, Pierre Parker. So Pierre's had to buy a car tonight, so he might not make it. He might jump in late. We'll see what happens.
Is that Pierre singing?
No, that's David Stansbury on lead vocal.
Oh yeah. Steve, yeah. I should have recognized him for it because he's singing at church.
Cheryl Hayes.
Oh, they got another classmate. That's another 78 up in the house. 78 up in the house.
There, 1978, Cheryl Hayes. What's up?
Cheryl Hayes, big time basketball player back in the day.
How about that?
Yes, sir. Let's
Rocky,
get
tell him what's up, brother. Tell him what's up.
All right, we are not physicians, and this show is not providing medical advice for any ailments or medical conditions. If you have a medical condition, we strongly suggest you seek the advice of a professional healthcare provider prior to attempting any information shown on this broadcast. Back to you, Lenny.
All right, we're going to have to flip this up since the man couldn't make it tonight. We're going to have a stand in. Who's going to stand in for him tonight? If this man should fall, who takes up the flag? There you go.
You know, we got you. Tonight we in open forum as always. You know, you can call in, you can hit the chat. We'll bring it up on the stage. So please, share with us like you always do. We appreciate you and we count on you. So it's an open forum, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Put the ones in the air if you're ready. Put your ones in the air if you're ready. If they ready, baby. You see some ones down there? I don't see no ones. You see some ones? We can go where we got some ones. Any ones in the air? We ready to roll? Oh, what? Oh, no ones? What?
Erica ready.
All right, here we go. Let's rock and roll, brother.
Kenny ready.
Hey,
Quavy ready.
Got EQ.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
I know Mark's ready. If ain't nobody ready.
Always. Stay ready. You know what I mean? You know.
That's a stupid fan. Classmate ready. Karen ready.
Things in the building.
Yes, sir.
And you know what?
Turning heads ready. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. See, I
already strong. Ready.
Got the strongest audience on the internet right here. I'm brag on y'all all day long.
All the time. Me best.
Q, tell them what's up. What's on tap tonight? What's up?
As always, we have a very interesting show. We're going to cover a couple of different topics here. First thing we're going to do in our Socially Speaking segment, we're going to talk about the weather and how strange the weather has been lately, guys. Not only here, but all over the world. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We want you guys to give your input on it. From there, we're going to go to the Marty Hayes Child Please Award with our brand new contributor, Mr. Kenny Adams. And Kenny has another great one for us. Kenny is bringing it hard to the mic, y'all.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
A position for Marty. So we're going to check out this Child Please Award, the Marty Hayes Child Please Award. And then we're going to talk about intermittent fasting, the effects on your body and your brain, because it affects both. And hey, Erica, I see you speaking to me. How you doing, hon?
All right, Q. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
New segment called Arden's Update. What's up, Arden? You ready to give us some updates, brother?
Oh man, we're gonna give them the updates right now. You know what it is? Shoot, the update of the year starts off right here. Man, you know, come on now. Shoot. Then we're gonna ask you to do one thing. If you missed last week's show, check it out. It's on YouTube. Just type in Night Brothers Show on YouTube. Check it out. Awesome show. Indeed. Erica, you'll see Erica's story. It's a really impactful, powerful show. I would say,
Yes.
definitely one of our best shows ever. Wouldn't you agree, guys?
Yeah, that was a strong
It
show.
was
Erica.
powerful.
Very powerful show. You know what I mean?
Powerful,
And it was
powerful.
moving. I mean, shoot.
Yes.
Tell you what. So just check that out. And any other shows, you can check them out. We always update them right after they're live. You can go check them out on YouTube. Indeed. No
Yep.
doubt. If this last week.
And then what else, Ard? What else we got coming up tonight after this?
Well, the fundamentals of fasting is why we're here. Because we want you to live, learn, love harder, love more, live long. The fundamentals of fasting coming up right now. And I got a brother that can break down the fundamentals of fasting like no other man in the world. So, just definitely stay on tune for that right now. So you know him too. I think you know him. His brother right here named Q. We call him Q.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Q, Margaret Nick said Erica was a blessing to so many last week. I got to.
Yes, she was. Erica truly was a blessing. And we're going to have Erica back for part 2. Erica, so beyond, I got you on speed dial, honey. I'm going to have you back soon. And maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll have you back and continue on with our conversation. But guys, we want to get into the fundamentals of fasting right now. And I want you to know that fasting, it's not a diet. It's not new. It's been around for centuries. It's more of you changing your eating pattern. And everybody does it daily, some form of it, without even really knowing they're doing it. You're not starving yourself. All you're truly doing is shifting your fuel source. During pattern 1, which is your fasting period, it's a block of hours when you don't eat food at all. You don't consume any kind of food. You can consume non-caloric beverages, such as water. And as Command Sergeant May just talked about, carbonated water is a good thing, or sparkling water. You can have black coffee. That means coffee with no cream, no sugar. Green teas, once again, without any additives, anything added to it. Time, it becomes easier to extend your fast. Because guys, I want you to know that your sleeping hours are a part of your fasting hours. If you're sleeping 7-8 hours, that rolls over into your fasting time. Then we shift to pattern 2, which is your feeding or eating state, the block of hours in which you can have food. You can basically eat what you want, but you want to be smart about it. Don't pig out. Make wise, good choices. We're going to talk more about that a little later in the show. Most people eat anywhere from 1 to 3 times during their feeding window. Over time, it becomes easier to shorten your feeding window. You can reduce your feeding window from 8 hours down to 6 hours, 4 hours, or 1 time a day if you even like. As you move forward in fasting, you're going to find there are many benefits from it besides just weight loss. The mental sharpness, that's the clarity of your thinking. Protection from diseases. The much higher energy levels, which is an underrated thing, guys. Lowering your inflammation, which is the gateway to diseases, and so many other things. Now, the different ways to fast are what we call the starter method, the 16 and 8 method, where you fast for 16 hours, followed by an 8-hour feeding window. There's an 18 and 6 method, where you fast for 18 hours with a 6-hour feeding window. There's the warrior fast, where you fast for 20 hours with a 4-hour feeding window. Then there's OMAD, and OMAD stands for 1 meal a day, when you'll eat 1 time during a 24-hour period. Then there's an alternate day fast, where you fast 1 day, and you eat regularly the next day. The following day you fast again, and you alternate back and forth. The key to any protocol that you choose, the real key to it, is consistency. If you're consistent in any one of these protocols, you will see results. Thank you, guys.
Yep, Q. I want to welcome Brother Pierre to the show.
Oh, my
Making it
brother
back.
made it.
God deal.
Made it.
Oh,
Yes.
Y'all
indeed,
give it up
brother.
for Pierre. Everybody say, welcome, Pierre.
Yeah, man. I made it. I made it.
All right.
Yes,
Audience,
sir.
y'all say,
What's
welcome,
going on?
Pierre.
Yeah, man.
So,
Everybody good?
We
good,
good,
good.
brother. We better
Okay.
now. We better got the full
Got
house.
our eyes on you. You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
got our partner back. We got
Hey.
the whole
Oh,
family.
man.
Man, it's always amazing. We got the whole family together
Whole
again. Ain't that
house.
There
something?
we go.
Whole house.
Hey, what's up, cuz?
Whole house.
What's up, cuzzo?
Okay.
Man,
I made
you
it,
gotta
man.
walk up.
I want to say
Yeah.
welcome to Miss Linda Tongue. How you doing, Linda?
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Erica.
Hey, Margaret. What's
All
up,
right.
Margaret?
Yeah, Pierre, I'm glad you made it, brother. So
Yes, sir.
let's keep it cranking. We're gonna hit socially speaking right now, and we got something interesting to talk about on socially speaking this week. So let's check it out and see where we are. Now y'all know every week our good brother right here is so gracious and he sponsors things.
The right there from another mother,
Yeah,
from the same mother, the godmother.
yes he is. That's our brother from another mother, like he has, like already said. Check out Darius Stanton's Peace
Definitely.
Morning Show
In the morning show.
every Friday. And Darius is doing a big function down in South Carolina. Brother is stretching out, so just follow him, encourage him, and he's definitely helping to put Annapolis on the map more and more every day. I love that brother. Love that brother. So dear.
Yes, sir.
Always
Good.
on the good side of the fight.
I got a question for y'all audience. What the hell is going on with the weather? I mean, Eddie Cully, what's going on with the weather?
What's going on, Eddie Cully? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this thing, man. Let's see what's going on here.
I mean, here lately it's been the weather been crazy, not just here, but pretty much everywhere. And if you don't believe me, take a look. Take a look at this.
It was a wild week of weather across the United States, with flooding dominating the forecast. But inundation wasn't just isolated to the lower 48. Let's take a trip around the world to see what top headlines you might have missed. Deadly flooding ravaged parts of Europe, with Germany being hit the hardest. A low-pressure system became trapped between two flanking high-pressure systems, allowing it to tap into massive amounts of Mediterranean moisture. Parts of Germany received 2 months' worth of rain in just 24 hours. At least 200 people across Europe died as a result of the flooding, with at least 171 of those deaths coming from Germany. Major flooding was also reported in Belgium, Austria, the Netherlands, and Italy. In China, a similar story unfolded. More than 1.5 feet of water inundated the city of Zhengzhou. The city received nearly 8 inches of rain in just 1 hour, accumulating a year's worth of rain in one day. At least 25 died, including 12 people who were trapped on a subway line that took on water while in a tunnel.
Wow.
In Canada, a powerful EF2 tornado ripped through the community of Barrie, Ontario. Authorities say the tornado injured 10, while leaving a more than 7-mile path of destruction. For more information on these stories and more, check out our...
All right, let's talk about the weather, y'all. I mean, this ain't no elevator. How's the weather today?
But you know, it's funny. They didn't mention Haiti.
You're so right about that, Pierre. But that's why we got you here, bro.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
I'm just thinking about it as a 7.2 on the Richter scale, something.
Right.
Yeah, put a hurting on that country, man.
It did. This is what Miles says, y'all. Miles says that climate change just doesn't mean an increase in temperatures. It also means more extreme weather than normal.
Correct, Miles. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, I got to give it up to Miles,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta give Miles some love on that because he's right.
Yeah, honey.
Eric is too many of the billionaire boys messing up in space. You don't know what the hell is going up there.
Yeah, Erica, what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, Erica. They messing their climate up.
Yeah, look, we're gonna talk about Haiti, y'all, because Haiti, man, yeah, man, they getting double dosed, Pierre. Let's talk about that, y'all. Let's talk about that. Is it? But the question is this becoming an all too frequent event? Like, remember when we used to hear about the major weather situations, tsunami, whatever, and it would be like, here and there. But now it's like not every year; it's like every week, every day. You know what I mean?
Things have changed. Things have changed. The temperatures in the oceans have changed. That's why you see sharks hunting closer to the shores. A lot of things have changed already. So, I mean, like, it's funny because we lived in a time where they were talking about these projections 15, 20, 35 years ago, and they were so far-fetched. Now we're here. These are the effects, I mean, of warmer air, warmer water, or colder air coming down further, and that shifting, and those colliding, and all of those type of things, man, in the earth, it's a lot. And then at the same time, we're doing stuff to the planet. So, I mean,
that's a great point.
We're burning the stick at both ends and heating up the middle.
It's a great point you make, Art, when you said 15, 20 years ago they talked about that, but now they said in 15 to 20 years we'll have these ill effects. And now it's, like you said, now it's here.
Yep. Yes.
Yep. Regular basis.
And people are asking what happened. They told you what happened. You kept on ignoring it. And you keep on, doing these certain types of drilling and certain types of, I mean, it's a whole lot of things going on that, a lot of things being released in the atmosphere that we don't even know.
It's so us, man. We haven't come to the grips of the understanding that it's us.
Sea levels to rise, which is true.
What did you say, Pierre? I'm sorry.
I said we haven't come to the full understanding that it's us that's doing this. And if we continue to keep doing this, this is what's going to happen. Everything has a cause and effect. Everything, we're creating the cause, and this is the effect. It's us. It's us as human beings are destroying our own planet, our own home. It's us, and they lie about it. They say all kinds of things about it. That all these money and industries are more important than what's happening to us. But it's going to hit everybody sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. Kenny makes a good point, saying I don't know about everybody's religious beliefs, but it's all in the Bible. So maybe we are hitting those last days and times. I mean, they always talk about it every generation, but maybe we are getting closer and closer to that time period. Pierre and Roger, though, I know both of y'all, was it Pierre and Arden said something about Haiti? Break down to people, like Haiti got double hit. Explain to people what is happening there, man.
I mean, I happen to just hear about it, we're talking about it on HUR, and they were talking about, how bad it was, like a 7.2 on the Richter scale or something like that hit Haiti, and completely devastated, the country, and they keep getting hit, all the time. But if something like that happened in the U.S. or in like California or something, it would be extremely devastating, But Haiti being a small island, so you can imagine what's happening with it, and it's already a very, very poor country because one of the reasons why Haiti is so poor is because I'm talking to one of the Haitian people there, is that they have to pay the French government to keep the peace. They made an agreement for, I don't know, 100 years or something like that, and they don't have no money because they're paying the French government.
Preach, brother.
It's so much. It's so much.
They're paying the French government reparations. That's what it's called. Yeah. Reparations. Yeah. That's what they're paying.
Well, they have no money. They have no money. The average Haitian lives off for $2 a day. $1,000 a year is what they make.
You know what's under Haiti?
No, what's under Haiti?
Does anybody know what's under Haiti?
I know it's a fault line.
Tell us, brother. Tell us. Educate us.
It's on a meeting of 3 different faults. Excuse me, 3 different slabs. So it's a stretch of iron ore, it's a stretch of diamonds. It's they said the sweetest and the biggest pool of oil in this hemisphere.
Lisa said something very interesting right there.
It's a lot of wealth under Haiti.
Wow, I didn't know that. What did you say, Q?
I was trying to
Al
let you
Gore
go.
warned us a long time ago. A
Yeah, he
long
did.
time ago, and he's right. I mean, this thing is so politicized now. Everything is politics now with everything that goes on. And the left says one thing, the right says another. And they can never agree on anything. And so they're even playing politics with our weather. With our weather. You know, choosing sides about that when people are still affected by this stuff almost on a daily basis now. It's crazy.
You're right, brother. But it's not only Haiti, though. It's like, you know,
It's happening all over the world.
China had the worst flood it had in many years. And then coming up the coast, Hurricane Fred. I thought Marty had something to do with that. But coming up the Gulf Coast, that's Marty's name, Fred. Brother's still wreaking havoc. Command Sergeant Major, he's still wreaking havoc, my brother.
Yeah, Marty's still
That's
wreaking
how the
havoc.
airborne guys do it, though. That's how the airborne guys do it.
He literally airborne, you know what I mean?
Word. Oh man, that's funny.
But look, family, it ain't nothing to play with. You know, it's really catastrophic what's going on out there. So, you know, I know we kicking this, but I do got another question or two for everybody. I mean, what has happened in your area? And I can tell you what happened to me here the other day. And but what has happened in your local area? I came from the Eastern Shore the other day. I went to Maurice Colbert's birthday party on the Eastern Shore. And they said it was going to be bad weather forecast. So I hurried up and got home. As soon as I got home, about 9, 10 o'clock, I live in Southern Maryland. We had one of the worst storms I can imagine, me ever living down here for 15 years in Southern Maryland. And normally our power has never been out since I've been down here in 15 years. The power has never been out. But it went out that night. Power was off. I mean, the thunder was so strong, Command Sergeant Major. I mean, you could literally feel like the reverberations. You know, the walls didn't shake, but you could feel the reverberations, Pierre. You know what I mean? Through your house a little bit. I was like, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, Maryland, the last few years, Maryland has been getting weather it has never got before. In the last few years, we don't had 2 earthquakes. Now, when we were children, you never had any earthquakes. See, so that should tell you that the slates that control the world are shifting.
Yep.
Yes.
Shifting, just like Pierre Arden said, because we are not doing the things we're not supposed to do as the inhabitants of the world. See, the problem is they have forgot for every action, there's an equal and same reaction. And when you got powers that be sitting up and saying stupid stuff, and I don't want to get in political ramifications, just me talking. When you got powers that be saying there's no such thing as global warming and taking all the money from it, you know, it puts us.
That's
See,
the
the powers
of
that
it, brother.
be don't believe shit stink. They don't believe stuff stink until you slap them in their face with it.
but they are saying, Roger, that
So they trying to slap him in the face. You know, they're trying to slap him in the face with, you know, the United Nations reporting that, you know, we're nearing irreversible levels. I mean, so what do people think about that? I mean, so
Command Sergeant Major, what would you recommend for people, though, to prepare for things like that? Could you talk about that a little bit before we move on?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, if you live in an area that you have in the floods, the hurricanes, what you need to do, you need to pack yourself up some good canned goods, perishables, and put it in what's called clothes, dry clothes, important papers, birth certificates, social security cards, all that type stuff, and put it in a waterproof, airtight box. And they cost a little bit enough, and you get them from Walmart. And you put all that information in a box, bank account information, car note, all that stuff. Insurance, which is very important because you're going to need
point,
insurance.
brother. Good point.
You're going to definitely need insurance for the rebuild. The reason why I said and pack enough stuff for 2 weeks. That's food and everything. 90 days. 90 days, Erica, is a little rough. But that's what they say in the military. They used to tell us pack for 90 days. So that's a little rough for some people. Some people can't do that. So if
Don't
you in
forget
a
a
situation,
flashlight.
you know, well, and Tanya Cooper Johnson said money. Well, most people got their money on their card. So if you got your card, you got your money. You know, because I don't carry any money. I got my card. Flashlights, and all this. Now, flashlights, that's a good point, Lisa.
Crypto.
People talk about flashlights. You want the generator flashlights where you wind it up. And once you wind it up, it's charged because you don't know when you're going to get your hands on any batteries. Medicines that that people be taking. If you're diabetic, make sure you have that type stuff and all that stuff. And make sure that your medicine is on that date. Don't have medicine that's out of date.
Lisa says your Twizzlers.
Yeah, that's why she had that 11 o'clock issue.
Oh man,
look. And do that. The reason why I say put it in an airtight container, because you can use that airtight container as a flotational device if the situation deems necessary.
Come on, man.
Hey, y'all. Everybody say thank you, Command Sergeant Major. Say thank you, CS.
Command Sergeant Major. Let's keep
thank you, guys, Command Sergeant Major.
All right.
So, but you know, Lenny, I just think. Hello.
Go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
You know, I was just thinking that, you know, man, you know, the worst thing that I think man can do and is doing right now is just, you know, ignorance. You know, ignorance is basically knowing the truth and just in total denial of it. You know, and that's you gotta be careful with something like that because it can wind up destroying us all. You know, just right. you know. I mean, that's what I just think. And man, it's just he knows what's going on, but he just plays ignorant to the fact. Ignorance is what's going to destroy us.
You're right, brother. You're right. And you know, we're in denial too because we want to act like things will never really happen, but things are happening and they're becoming more frequent. So we just really got to wise up. You know, the world will lie to you constantly over and over, and they think if they say it enough, it becomes the truth in their mind, and it becomes the truth in your world, and you start like storming the Capitol building and doing dumb shit. I mean, doing dumb stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because you just keep
they get away with it. They got totally away with it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So anyway, brothers, we want to thank the people. I always say, man, Q, we got one of the best. It's a tight-knit group, and it's expanded, but we got some of the best audiences on the internet, on Facebook, man.
Absolutely.
We got intelligent audience.
No question about it.
Very intelligent, very informative. We communicate to each other. This is not a us talking to them, they talk to us show. And I love that, man. I love that, you know? So, look who rocking with us, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Hey, hit it.
Green, White. Who else out there? Keith Cole.
Yeah, everybody out there.
Oscar Kidd. Sarah Hunt. Joanne Jenkins. Gladys Jones. Who else we got out there, Q?
Shoot.
I think we lost Q. We ain't got Q.
We got Lisa Powell Johnson, LaCaine Herndon, Kim Knight, Marty 55 Hayes, Margaret Nick, Sharon Rodriguez, Miles Walker, Gerard Dupree, Cheryl Hunt, Deborah Wilkinson, and so many others. Lisa Slade. Too many to just keep up with.
Carl Seaman Anderson and Bessie Knight. So look, man, we love the audience. We love the audience. So look, y'all, we said we was gonna do this, and in true Knight Brothers intermittent fasting show tradition, we're gonna carry Marty Hayes with us as long as we doing this show. Is that all right with y'all?
Yes, sir.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all right with y'all. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Give me that.
Yep. Dang, Tanya Cooper dropped 42 pounds with intermittent fasting. Man, oh
that's
man,
wow.
Awesome job.
Right there.
Love.
That is
amazing. Come on, right, you know, we need to get you to come on and tell your story, man. Tell you know how you got there. You know, challenges, the walls you broke through. What was hard now is easy.
Q, line her up for a.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Believe me, I'm working on it, fellas. So let's keep it going now. Let's keep it
Let me
moving.
get P on the screen. Let me get P on the screen. There you go. Yeah, but anyway, great job, Tanya. Everybody giving you shout outs. Look,
love.
Tanya, we're gonna acknowledge that in a second. Definitely, we're not gonna let that bypass. But anyway, this is what Kenny is talking about this week. Do y'all know who this person is right here? If you don't, he's former DEA agent Chad Scott is his name. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't know him before Kenny stepped to the plate and told me about him. I had no idea who the heck he was. So much going on. But anyway, let's take a look at what Kenny is talking about. We're going to introduce you to Chad Scott, and then we're going to come back on the other side. All right? So check this out, y'all. Check this out. All right. Let's see who this brother is.
New Orleans, a prolific narcotics agent known as the White Devil among drug traffickers was sentenced Thursday to more than 13 years behind bars for stealing money from suspects, falsifying government records and committing perjury during a federal trial. U.S. District Judge Jane Trish Malazzo said the longtime U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration agent, Chad A. Scott, caused far-reaching damage to the administration of justice. The sentencing capped a 5-year case that shook the D and resulted in convictions of 3 other members of a New Orleans-based federal drug task force. Prosecutors portrayed Scott as more dangerous than the most hardened heroin dealers he locked up, saying the Louisiana lawman broke every rule in the book to enforce his own approximation of justice. They had asked Malazzo to sentence Scott to nearly 2 decades in prison. He undercut law enforcement and he disgraced the entire judicial process, federal prosecutor Timothy Durry told the first jury that convicted Scott. He was sworn to uphold the law, but instead, he broke it for his own selfish purposes. Scott, 53, was found guilty at successive trials of a long list of corruption counts. The charges stemmed from an expansive federal investigation into misconduct claims that had surrounded Scott for much of his 17-year career, even as he racked up headline-grabbing drug busts between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Scott told Malazzo he was ashamed of being here, adding he had long since been convicted in the press and public opinion. But he sought to underline his contributions to law enforcement and the DEA's mission, in which he said he had truly believed. He was twice the target of murder-for-hire plots, he told the judge, an example of the length people will go to remove me from drug trafficking investigations. Scott's remarks, his first since his 2017 arrest, came during an unusual sentencing hearing this week that revealed details of crimes Scott was alleged to have committed but for which he was not charged. The alleged victims included a Louisiana man who accused Scott of planting an ounce of marijuana in his truck in 2005 and a Houston man who said Scott twice lashed his mouth with the medallion on a necklace he was wearing during a 1999 arrest that brought no charges, then confiscated the chain and took nearly a year to return it. This goes against everything that the Drug Enforcement Administration stands for, Ann Milgram, the newly sworn-in D administrator, said in a statement. Scott betrayed the very people he was entrusted to protect, and today he is being held accountable for his crimes. Scott was convicted in 2019 of orchestrating false testimony against a Houston-based heroin and cocaine trafficker, perjury that tainted the dealer's conviction and allowed him to walk free.
All right, that's Mr. Scott, y'all. I didn't know about him. Now,
that was all he got charged with, though? That was it?
After 17 years. 17 years,
you know what I'm saying?
He get 13 years.
Now, Roger, you familiar with him, but let me throw up what and I gotta give a big shout out to Kenny Adams on this one, because he is in true Marty Hayes style. This is what Kenny writes. Step forward, Mr. Chad Scott, a longtime U.S. drug enforcement officer. This racist piece of shit was just sentenced to 13 years in federal prisons for stealing and extorting money from suspect, falsifying government records, and perjury. Scott, better known as the White Devil on the street, was the target of a 5-year investigation that also resulted in the conviction of 3 other members of his unit. Now think about what was just said. These MFs were being investigated for 5 years by the very agency that they worked for. how much time and money was wasted for these shenanigans. They also wasted even more money trying to set up the CEO of Rap A Lot Records, Jay Prince. They put him through so much that he wrote a book about all his dealings with these bastards. These are the same people that stand in front of the camera daily talking about the war on drugs. The war is on the U.S. financed by us, the taxpayers. F out of here. Child, please. Kenny, you brought it strong, boy.
Kenny did not spare. He didn't hold back. That's one thing. That's true Marty Hayes style.
Yep. Public service now. We got free haircuts for on Saturday at 7:30 with Bywater Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, yes. One more time. 7:30 to 6:30.
When somebody doing something good like that.
Big up. Thank you, Lisa.
I didn't know about Chad Scott. Command Sergeant Major, you know anything about this dude? Because I had no idea.
Scott's out there. You right. You right, Erica. Shoot.
Yeah, well, we heard, just like Erica said, there's a lot of Chad Scotts out there. The only reason why this guy probably came to the light is because he did something that the people above him didn't appreciate it. There's no way you can tell me that he was doing these stuff for 17 years and at least one of his superiors didn't knew about it. I say that as a minimum. But see, here's the thing: when you deal with, because as you know, I worked at the Pentagon for 4 years, and so up there they have what's called checking the checker. See what I'm saying? So if I'm doing something, somebody's checking me, and somebody's checking the person that's checking me, and somebody's checking the person that's checking me that's checking me, and so it's always a check the checker. So they were aware of what this guy was doing. I don't care what nobody said, but because he stepped across a line that they didn't agree with, now they're gonna go ahead and prosecute him, and still he only got 13 years. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So if he don't get in no trouble in 6.5 years, he out on good behavior.
Yeah, he out on good behavior. Yep.
Back on the street. You're right.
Yep. Doing the same shit.
A lot of good points. A lot of good points.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Tanya Cooper, good point. Kenny, great job, man, for bringing stuff to light. Especially,
good job. Come on, everybody give Kenny some love, man. Give Kenny some love.
Especially,
awesome job.
Absolutely. Especially people that we might not hear about in the news, because, if this stuff is not put out in the news, then, that's how people get away with stuff. And look, a lot of y'all are saying, and we're going to transition into the next segment, but a lot of y'all have been talking about this tonight. And we, as a family at the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show, y'all know how much we love some Marty Hayes. And, Marty Hayes was not just a show contributor, he was a brother to us. And to hear that his daughter just passed away, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. That's all I can say.
Wow.
Y'all keep the family. Just keep the family in your prayers. Keep Anita and the rest of the family, Mario and all the family, her children, and everyone else in prayer, man. It's a gut-wrenching situation, and we're just gonna pray for the family. That's all we can really do, man. Yeah. Be supportive of them any way you can.
Yeah, if you y'all just put your love in the comments, and hopefully they'll see it or hear about it. But we just
want to put that out there.
Yeah, we just want to, the family is hurting, man. And Anita, we love you. Anita, just praying for your sister. I know you're going through. No words can really express. I can't even imagine. You lose a child. But y'all just say prayers. Keep your family in prayer. Tanya said the tribute is Saturday at Lasting Tribute. Is that a church queue? I'm sorry.
No, it's a place. It's right down on Bestgate Road.
Okay.
It's right near the cemetery, right there. Lasting Tribute.
Okay.
Funeral service, funeral home.
Oh, funeral home. So anybody knows the time throw it in here, and we'll put it up here so people can pay their condolences in person if they can, and be COVID safe while you're doing so. If you happen to do that, but yeah, Art and Pierre, the Night Brothers, give it up for the family. That's what we can do.
Yes.
So,
Prayers.
So sorry.
So
sorry, family.
Let's try to lift us back up, brother. Let's try to lift us back up after that.
Oh man, well, you know, this is the feature segment. So what we're gonna do is really go back into what we do, intermittent fasting, and what fasting does to the body and the brain, and what that looks like. You know, so we're gonna get into it, and this is the sexy part of it, because it's one thing to be in shape, it's another thing for you to have brain health, and that's really important. Really important. And the study showed that the brain doesn't have to deteriorate. And that's important to know. So let's take a look at that, man.
Okay, no problem, brother. Fasting, intermittent fasting on the body and the brain. Check it out, y'all. Talk about it on the other side.
How long has it been since you last ate? People who fast intermittently often eat within an 8-hour block, leaving 16 hours of fasting in between. During that 16-hour stretch, their bodies undergo an important change that sets them apart from non-fasters. Here's how it works. When you eat, you store some of that energy in the liver as glycogen. But after 10 to 12 hours of not eating, your glycogen reserves will be extremely low. As a result, you may feel more irritable than normal, a term scientists call hangry. The upside is, with little glycogen left, fat cells in your body release fats into your bloodstream. The fat cells head straight to your liver, where they're converted to energy for your body and brain. So you are literally burning fat to survive. Blood samples show that people who had fasted for 12 to 24 hours experienced a 60% increase in energy from fat, with the biggest change occurring after 18 hours. This is the benefit to intermittent fasting because it puts you in a state called ketosis. And it's why researchers think intermittent fasting could be the key to a longer, healthier life. The process of burning fat releases chemicals called ketones. In the brain, ketones trigger the release of an important molecule called BDNF. BDNF helps build and strengthen neurons and neural connections in areas of the brain responsible for learning and memory, which could explain why a boost in ketone production has been shown to improve memory in people with early signs of dementia in as soon as 6 weeks. Increasing ketones in the body is also a common treatment for patients with severe epilepsy. You don't necessarily have to fast to boost your ketone levels. Introducing more fatty foods into your diet and cutting back on carbs can have a similar effect. A group of people who tried this method for 3 months not only lost weight and body fat, but also saw a decrease in blood pressure and a hormone that is related to aging and disease. But scientists have discovered that fasting increases ketone levels more. Ketogenic diets can increase ketones 4-fold, whereas fasting has been shown to increase ketones by up to 20-fold. As a result, fasting compared to a ketogenic diet may have a stronger, more beneficial effect on overall health. Yet many Americans who eat 3 meals a day with snacks in between never reach ketosis, and therefore aren't producing enough ketones to promote good health. Fasting and ketosis have been a key to our survival from the beginning. They helped our ancient ancestors survive through bouts of starvation, and today they're becoming recognized as a way to help keep future generations mentally and physically disease-free.
All right. Let's talk about that. Fellas. We're gonna start off with Mr. Arden. Break this down like we normally do, brother.
No question. The basic fasting is patterns. 16 hours fasting, 8 hours feeding. Just simply. And 8 of that hours you're gonna be sleeping. During the 16 hours, your body has important chemical changes happening. Your body uses glycogen. What I always mess this word up.
Glycogen.
Say that name. Glycogen. I always mess that up every time we say it on air. Glycogen as energy from your last meal. So it's not what you are eating right now is what you ate before. So your food, your vitamins, more energy. So after 12 hours, most of your glycogen is used up. So at that point, what happens? That's what's important.
Yes, and after 12 hours, or after the glycogen stores are burnt off, one of the first things that happens is people become what the video described as hungry or angry, well, hungry and angry kind of mixed together. But
they don't need
to say some people, not all. I wouldn't say I wouldn't classify as all. There's some people have that effect on some, not all.
I don't feel like that. You know, it's just
I never felt like that.
And I mean, it may have happened a long time ago, so you don't even remember. But I didn't feel like that. But you know, when you start burning fat for your energy, you know, that's the big part about it. That's what happens. That's when you start burning that fat.
Mm-hmm. Well, it definitely happens for a lot of bodybuilders. You know, hangry does happen for a lot of bodybuilders, but it's short term. You know,
it is.
You know,
it is.
You know, you get over it and you keep on moving. You know, I can say that for sure.
And I think the video is when they reference that, it's referencing more about somebody that may be new to intermittent fasting, because after that time, I don't even feel it no more. Q, do you? You don't even think about it no more.
Never feel it.
Yeah, somebody new. Pierre, help them out on the other side of things, of what they're talking about also with this video. When they start talking about fasting, get you up on the screen, first of all.
12 to 24 hours.
12 to 24 hours, they burn 60% more, Pierre. And then also when exercise kicks in. Can you talk about a little bit of that with fasting?
Well, basically, you just become a fat-burning machine, you know.
Bingo. Bingo.
You know, it's like, you know, you're talking, you know, fasting for 12 to 24 hours can increase. You know, it's going to definitely do that, 60% or more than normal. So, you know, that's one of the things that bodybuilders have known for years, you know, keeping those carbs low, you know, and, you know, kicking in more and more fats. To be honest with you, I can tell you, I've gotten a lot more energy from fats than I ever had from carbs. Not to say that carbs are bad, because they're not, you know, but in the process of, you know, when you're training or you're trying to get your body in shape, you know, processed foods and, you know, carbs such as, you know, pasta and breads and stuff like that will definitely make you spread. So, but to keep that energy going, you increase your, you increase your fats, and that really makes a big difference. I'm not talking about bad fats. I'm talking about good fats, you know, like olive oil and things like that. Avocados. Yeah, avocados. And I noticed at one time too, when my fats was really low, I could tell that my skin was drier. But now that I'm getting more fats in, you know, my skin is healthier. And this one of the things that I was taking was called MCT oil.
Yeah.
It's a medium chain triglyceride. And I was taking that, and that really, I'm gonna tell you, I would train for an hour and a half and then look for more. I was looking for more.
Yep. Pierre, could you tell people slow down on that? Yeah, because I use that, and I learned about that about a year into intermittent fasting. Because, you know, as you get more into it, you study more. Tell people what that supplement is again.
Yeah, it's called MCT oil. I usually get the one from PIERRE Performance. But you gotta be careful with it, because if you take too much, boy, you're gonna be in trouble. If you get it, you have to make sure that you follow the instructions to the T. If not, everything in you gonna come out.
Yeah, I can tell you as someone with experience, that's something you want to use if you're going to go into exercise. If you know you're going to work out, it might be a good idea to take some right before you work out or right before you break your fast. Is when you normally want to use those things, and it's a derivative of coconut oil. I don't want people to think it's not something natural. All it is a derivative of coconut oil.
Yeah, it's fractionated coconut oil. That's basically what it is.
It is.
And the hospitals used to use it as liquid energy to help people to get energy back into their bodies really, really fast.
Yep, exactly.
Again, I used it for bodybuilding. What I did was 1 tablespoon is about 114 calories of straight raw energy.
It is.
Now it's not a stimulant. It's not going to stimulate you like caffeine would be. But you'll notice a sustained amount of energy. And since I needed to get to a certain amount of calories a day, so I worked my way up to it. Again, I worked my way up to 5 tablespoons. So that's over 500 extra calories. And so what happened was all of my food that I ate went for repair of my muscle, and all of that MCT oil and that fat went for the energy for my workouts. So I actually got bigger and stronger and better using the MCT oil.
Great job, brother. Great job. And what happens, I mean, you know, segueing, but what happens is after you get into that time period that Pierre said, you know, that 12 to 24 hours, 18 hours into that is when the magic really starts happening. You see this young lady with the white bathing suit on, how she used to be blue and big. This is what happens on that 18-hour point, Q, is when your melt starts to really come down and you get into this state called ketosis. And I want Command Sergeant Major to talk a little bit about
break this down for us, CSM.
Break it down, Command Sergeant Major. Tell these folks what all about ketosis, will you?
Okay, family, we're going to talk about ketosis real quick and effects on the brains and the body. Ketosis is when chemicals called ketones are released in the body. Ketones help your brain with learning and better memory. So you get you remember more, and that causes you to do better things. And you ain't forgetting where your keys at and all that type stuff. Studies show it helps fight early signs of dementia. And that's awesome right there. Studies show that it helps fight the early signs. So we all know if you can catch something early, 8 times out of 10, you can almost prevent it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But it's best to go in there with your hands up when you know you're walking in the dark because you don't know who's swinging.
That's right.
And that's pretty amazing to me, Command Sergeant Major, because if something can help with dementia, because people are just throwing their hands up on dementia, but fasting, my God, produces ketones and it helps with dementia.
Right, and ketones
and
also help the brain to fight epilepsy. That's a biggie. Well, you don't really hear about epilepsy so much, but back in the day, these were one of the things that they used to, you know. Ketones can cross the blood-brain barrier and provide energy for the brain in the absence of glucose, and that's what we want, because ketosis is actually a metabolic state. That's what it is. That's what
no doubt, brother.
And that's where you want to put your body. And when you put your body into that state, I'm messing that word up big time. You know, metabolic state. When you put your body in that, what is happening? The brain is working better. Your immune system is working better. You got more energy. See, this is all in there. You get everything that Arden was talking about. You get everything that Pierre was talking about, and you get everything that I'm talking about once you push your body into that state.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. That's what fasting really, Q, at the core, what we're trying to do with all this fasting in these hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, we're trying to get into ketosis. That's what we're trying to do, Q.
Into repair mode.
Q, can you, because I mean, as you were going through this the last year or so, you really, you learned about this, and could you expand on that a little bit more, brother?
Sure. You want me to talk about ketosis itself, or what is it exactly that you want me to talk about?
The ketosis part of it. And
living in that state.
What happens?
That's what you do.
Because here's this thing, Q. Command Sergeant Major just talked about other benefits of fasting. He talked about the brain. Now, the body side of it, can you talk a little bit about that? Because that's what the video is talking about.
You had some slides you wanted to go with that, or you wanted me to go with what you have right here?
Yeah, go with that, and then I want you to jump over to the next thing.
Well, the thing is this. Ketosis is a state that's reached, what he explains.
Where is it?
You can do that through either a low-carb diet or through fasting.
I'll definitely do it.
Both of them will put you in a...
Hold on, Pierre, pause.
I got it. Go ahead, Q.
Yeah. Either through a low-carb diet or through intermittent fasting, you want to reach into ketosis. That's the goal, to get into ketosis. And you can do it either way. Now, it's faster when you do it do fasting, to be honest with you. It's a little more effective, but you can get through it through a low-carb diet. When you reach ketosis, the key is this. Your body is just shifting a fuel source like we talked about earlier. You're releasing ketones, and you're burning off that stored fat because your body is fueling itself off of that stored fat. And that's what we want to reach that position where our bodies are running off of stored fat. When we're working out, we want to be running off of that stored fat. Intermittent fasting increases that ketone production even 5 times faster than a keto diet. Keto diet is great, but the best of both worlds would to be combine a keto diet along with intermittent fasting. When you bring the two of those together, then some real magic can happen for you. That's what happened for me personally. And you can combine both of them together. You use in other words, you fast, but you use ketone principles in your fasting. When you do break your fast, you break it in a low carb diet type of fashion. You eliminate or strongly reduce a lot of your carbs when you break your fast. That gives you the best of both worlds, and it hastens your results. And the things that can happen to your body are just stunning. Guys, I'm not kidding you. They are stunning what can happen to you when you do that.
Lisa,
bam,
right question, Q.
And I'm a witness. I'm a witness.
Lisa Slade wanted to know about black seed oil. Is it good to take every day? Could you explain that?
Oh yeah, yes, I take it. I use it every day, Lisa. Black seed oil along with flaxseed oil as well. Black seed and flaxseed oil. What I do is I mix those with apple cider vinegar, a little cayenne pepper, sometimes a little lemon juice, and make a concoction of that, which I take daily along with my other supplement. So yes, black seed oil is a great thing, and black seed oil can do a lot for the body. You remember, Lenny, one time we saw a guy who said a video, he said black seed oil can cure everything but death.
Yeah.
But black seed was a powerful tool in your arsenal.
That was my man, Herbalist Kareem from the Facts of Life YouTube channel. Herbalist Kareem. I learned a lot from that brother out in Arizona. He's a dynamite brother as well. He has some great points. Black seed oil is different from MCT oil because black seed oil has a taste. The taste profile is very pungent, and
that's why I mix it with things.
And it's gonna be very hard to swallow. But it also comes in a pill form, Pierre, that you can take as well. So if you
the pill form, the thing about the pill form, I kind of steer people away from the pill form. Because in its purest form is when it's in liquid. The pill form takes a while to get into the body. That liquid form, just the same way as juicing does, goes straight into the bloodstream. So I highly recommend that instead, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you agree with that?
When you're talking about the MCT oil, you have to be careful, how you carry it. MCT oil will eat through most plastic. So that's why it comes in a glass bottle, and you always want to keep it in a glass bottle, because I'm telling you, put it in anything else, most likely it's going to eat right through it.
You're right about that. But it's great for you, and they both serve their purpose in different ways,
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Let's see exactly. The liquid reacts much faster. Yeah, Kenny said he likes doing the black seed in the liquid form.
Yeah, the pill. I would highly recommend the liquid over the pill. No question about it.
So, but look, the main thing, family, is that we want to make sure that you really, as you go through this, learn more about what you're doing with intermittent fasting. We talk about it all the time. And that's because as I was doing it, much like the other brothers on here right now, we just started learning. We didn't know everything at the beginning. We made a plethora of mistakes. The same way with working out, right, Parker. You make mistakes. This guy at work told me once, mistakes are our greatest teachers. I was like, you're right there.
It is. I don't feel good. It don't feel good after you make it. You made it. But if you learn from it, you're probably not going to repeat it.
If you're willing to learn from it.
Yes.
Don't repeat the same ones over again.
Mess around and hurt yourself, you definitely gonna learn from it.
Yeah, you ain't right, Command Sergeant Major. You absolutely right.
You know what, Command Sergeant Major, you
remember. In pain, make you remember.
Here's a question.
What would be a great show idea if you guys would talk about, maybe the next time you come on, we talk about things you wish you knew before you got started in your things you wish you knew beforehand. before you started getting to a serious exercise regimen, and how you would do things differently if you knew beforehand. Okay, if we could cover that next time, that'd be a great topic to cover.
Here's a question for the group: when should you take black seed oil, in the morning or the evening? Now, obviously, all of us know the answer, but anybody care to take a shot at this answer?
It depends upon your objectives. I would say it depends upon what you're trying to do. It's no one clear-cut time. For me personally, I take it in the evening because black seed oil will technically break your fast. So I never take it until after I've broken my fast for the day. If I take it prior to, then that would take me out of fasting. It would kick me out of fast burning mode. So I always take it in the evening. That's when I take it. But it depends upon your objective and what you're trying to accomplish.
Now I do it quite the difference from Q though. I take it first thing in the morning because here's the reason why I take it first thing in the morning. But I take it in a concoction, which means I have my black seed oil, I got my apple cider vinegar in there, then I got my peppermint, drops from my oils, essential oils and all that. So I like mix it in a concoction type of thing. And because I've already fasted for like maybe 8-9 hours because I slept overnight and woke up, I know it's gonna break my fast slightly, but I know I'm gonna continue fasting for another 8 or 9 hours. So it forms as an energy for me, and it kind of helps me really extend that fast even longer because that minimal amount of black seed oil is not gonna spike my insulin but so high. So that's why I do it. But other thoughts around the room? Command Sergeant Major, you look like you will say something.
Well, I was listening to Quavy because I like black seed oil, I just take me a little hit, after in the afternoons because it has that other effect on me. So I take it at the end of the day, so I'm close to the toilet. So I take it at the end of the day because some people don't do, but to me, it makes me go to the bathroom. So I take it when I'm close to the toilet. Obviously, Quavy take it after he gets back from New York.
Because he probably know the cleanest joints up there. Don't stop on exit 14.
No, man, that's why I don't take that stuff before I go outside exercising. I wait till afterwards.
I use that in MCT oil in concert with each other. Like in the evening, I take the MCT oil because I know I'm about to break my fast in a little bit anyway. And that's right before I do my exercise, Pierre. It gives me that spike of energy so I can just, I done worked all day, now I'm home, now I'm ready to go exercise, and I might be feeling a little tired. So I take that MCT oil, and that helps me burn through a workout like nobody's business, man.
Yeah, it does. It does. And John, the PIERRE brand actually has a butter flavor. So you can, you can cook with it and stuff like that, and it has a little...
You can pop popcorn with it, actually. Truth be told, you could pop popcorn with that stuff if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could. It would be really good.
Yeah.
All right, brothers, look, we're winding down, but as always, every Thursday, 7:30 a.m., 7:30 p.m., excuse me, not a.m. Yeah. But actually now, they got broadcasts going like every day for like 5 of them in a row because they're doing a 2-week special right now on
marathon. Marathon going on right now.
But
bring it down.
Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., if you want some information, we'll send it out to you. Just hit one of us off, all right?
Definitely.
Look, Tanya said good night, and we about to get there. Good night, gentlemen. It's been informative. Moment. Q, I have lost my primary phone in Memphis, Tennessee last Friday. I'm back in Florida on Thursday. I will be calling you. All right. No doubt. No doubt.
All right.
Tanya Cooper. Anyway, y'all, it is time that hour. And it's that time.
Countdown to Cape Cabo for you, Lanny. Okay. My brother's on vacation still.
I got this picture of Cabo that I've been putting up there for weeks. Erica will send you some information about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, Erica, I'll call you a little later. I'm going to call you. You and I got to talk anyway. So.
And Lenny, don't go down to Cabo 2 and come back 3. You get me?
I got
down there.
Make a baby down there.
I think we passed them days, but but we definitely will be practicing. We will be practicing like a. We will be practicing in Cabo for that third. You know what I mean? But I've been putting this picture. I've been putting this picture at the end of the show every week for about how long, Q? I don't know.
Shoot, it's about a couple of months now.
So I got 9 days, y'all. God willing,
Yeah.
pray for me. I'm hitting.
Hey guys, hey, let's make a pact. Next year, we going on vacation together. Now, let's make a pact. We're gonna try to pull this off. We're going somewhere together next year. It might not be for a week. It might be 5 days. But we're gonna do a vacation together, and you know, you bring along whoever you want. You can bring your significant other, whatever you want to do, if you have one. I don't know, maybe I'll have one by then. Who knows? Anyway,
me too, Q. I'm working on it.
Yeah. You know, it's a work in progress. Anyway, let's try to do this next year. Take a vacation together, guys. I think that'd be a great idea.
Next summer, we're gonna do a Night Brothers vacation.
Night Brothers vacation. We want to bring everybody along. Come on, y'all. Let's do a vacation together.
Do the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the show from that location. Wherever we go, we're gonna
wherever we go. And check it. Everybody take your picture this year, and next year be ready.
Guess what? You know, we also do that.
Be a 2-on-2 tournament eSport. Okay.
We put it out there. We gotta do it.
Yeah.
Put it out there. We gotta do it.
We're definitely gonna do it. Now I'm going because it's my anniversary. My anniversary is the 27th.
Just yo. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
All right.
I will tell you how long I've been married on next week. So you gotta wait for that. I'll tell you how long I've been married. But I will tell you this: Pierre was in my wedding. As a matter of fact, Pierre, what was your wedding?
Look, I want y'all out there to know we going on this trip next year. So I want y'all to get y'all money together. We going on this trip. Night Brothers vacation trip.
Yeah, we'll get the logistics to you later. We get the logistics to y'all later.
Margaret Nick liked the idea.
I haven't been to. Yeah.
Erica
says
she's there.
Counting on you.
Yep.
Let's go somewhere I haven't been though. Let's go somewhere.
That's gonna be hard with you. Yeah, you've been
Come on, man.
We can't go to Mars, man.
You tell me where that place is.
Yeah, you tell me.
Look. Tell us where that place is.
You can't punish us like that.
Ooh, Tom Cooper says she wore a 2-piece to the pool party. Get it,
Chris. Go ahead.
Pictures.
More than welcome.
Kim Marie says, get that trip over your trip. Kim, I know you going. I don't even have to say I know you going on this trip.
Thank you, Karen.
Happy anniversary,
Karen. I'll tell Tashia, happy anniversary. Thank y'all for the
What's up, Karen?
For the anniversaries. Yeah, I got my passport, and I go and get my COVID test on Tuesday. So I got 3 days beforehand. I got to have that, and I'm vaxxed up and all of that type of stuff. So thank you, Tony, for the anniversary. So anyway, close the comments.
Right.
Arden Smith, what you got for the people? What you got for them, Arden?
Hey, man, I want to do one favor and got my sparkling water from my main man, Lenny, over there. Pulled it off, brother. I don't know. I know what you just had to do, but I greatly appreciate it, man. No question. It's sparkling for you, man.
All right,
all those that check us.
Toast it with you. Toast it with you. Toast up.
Hey.
Q, what's your closing thoughts, brother? Talk to him. Hey, just want to thank everybody once again. It's good to have the family all back together, man. I love having we have the whole family together. Look forward to the next time, and till then, man, everybody just be good to yourselves. Take care of yourselves, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. Roger Parker, Command Sergeant Major. Talk to them, folks. Talk to them.
All right, family. I'm with you. It's great to have all the guys here at one time. I'm toasting Lenny with regular water because I didn't get a chance to get my sparkling water today.
Toast up, baby.
I'd like to send a good shout out to our fans. We can't be us without you, and we really appreciate
it. Amen, brother.
And we love each and every one of y'all. And take the advice that we give you and try your best to stay happy. Because I say this all the time. There's only one you. It's only one original. And there's no repeats or no replacements. If you got any questions, anybody on this panel will answer the questions that you need. If you want to walk to New York, Quavy do it every day. And
that's it.
Thing about,
catch them in the air.
That's right. You need a massage, hit my cousin Pierre up. They call him Magic Fingers. All you guys got all you guys better watch your woman if she go that. So it's called Magic. His last name is Parker, and I ain't going no farther than that. But they got the Magic thing. Of course, our main man, Lenny Knight, the big Cabo guy. I'm coming out with this. We love all of y'all, and thanks for tuning in. God bless.
Amen. Amen. Pierre.
Yeah, I just want to say, happy anniversary, first of all.
Thank you, best man. Pierre was my best man, y'all.
That's right. Yeah, and I know how long this is one of the best times for me. I've never been somebody's best man before, but to be Lenny's best man was a total honor. I had the best time ever. We always great to be here, to be a part of this cruise. It's amazing. And I just want to say to everybody out there, I just want to be, me, I gotta be real. So I'm just gonna say that I really believe that, we can do a lot with what we got going on. And what I'm trying to say is that lots of times we will say that, well, what's going on with me is a genetic thing. It's this or it's that, or it's because my parents had this, or I'm going to have it because my parents had it. But there's enough signs out there now for it to, for that to not be true. And basically, 95% of your genes and all that are totally different from your grandparents and your parents and all of that. Basically, what it comes down to is having a great mindset and lifestyle.
Yes, brother.
Lifestyle. You can change. You don't have to have diabetes. You don't have to have heart disease. You don't have to have these things because your parents had it. It comes down to your mindset and your lifestyle.
Amen. Amen.
And I'm going to leave it just like that. It's an honor to be on this show. And, we're here to help you guys. So, Cabo, Lenny, you will have a blast. I know it. And I can't wait till next year when we all go somewhere. I'm going
all right, brother. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. And look, I'm going to close it out on Pierre's comment.
Take us home.
I'm gonna close it out on Pierre's comment. He didn't shut it down. So thank y'all. I love y'all. Love y'all brothers always. You know what I mean? My brothers. And we'll see y'all next week. The week after next, we're gonna be on vacation, y'all. So we're gonna miss a week because I'm gonna be out. Make sure you tune in next week because you're gonna be a 2-week break after that. It's gonna be 2 weeks for you to be back. Anyway, love y'all. Peace out. We out.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.